Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
So check it out. The D6 Squad has merch now. We got hoodies, tees, mugs, whatever you need. Check it out. Link in the description. What's going on YouTube? Diggy546. What's going on YouTube? Diggy546. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you're new. Like the video if you like the video. And I won't tell if you click that bell. But let's go ahead and get into this. So I've tried to stay away from this. I really have. But it's been 2.5 weeks. So I might as well make my video, get my opinion on this. Deshaun Watson obviously wants a trade from Houston. And Giants fans, even the Giants fans that believe in Daniel Jones, I mean, if you have a shot to get one of those top 5, top 6, at worst top 7 quarterbacks in the NFL, you definitely look into it. You definitely do. I mean, that's a fair chance. Our quarterback is not developed yet. We don't necessarily know his ceiling. We don't know everything that we have. I do believe that he can be a top quarterback, but he has to develop into that. We could get Deshaun Watson and, immediately have that elite top flight quarterback. My thing is, before I even get into the Dan Orlovsky mess, my thing is, he played all season last year, and the Texans won 4 games. Now, do I see Tom Brady playing all season last year on that team and winning 4 games? Absolutely not. Do I see Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, etc., the elite Aaron Rodgers, all of those quarterbacks winning 4 games, even on that bad roster? Do I see that? Absolutely not. So what you would have to give up to get Deshaun Watson here is basically going to place the Giants around the same level of talent as the Houston Texans were last year, and he won 4 games on that team. So no matter how many touchdowns he throws, how many highlight plays he has because he shrugs 3 defenders off and throws a 50-yard bomb, it doesn't matter how that plays out. If that doesn't translate into wins, the trade is a loss. We lost out on the trade. And Deshaun Watson is a great player, but he has not shown the ability to be able to win that big game. Now, I know he hasn't been in the league for that long, but 24-point lead and you get blown out by Patrick Mahomes, that's just kind of tough to watch. And the Texans have become a complete mistake. They've just become a complete big joke at this point, and Deshaun Watson just wants out. Now, I think Deshaun Watson, he should be trying to go to the Jets. He should be trying to go to the Dolphins because I think both of those teams have multiple first-round picks this year. You can give 2 first rounds and Sam Darnold, or 2 first rounds and Tua. Or you can give 2 first rounds and the next year first round and, some second and third. You can do that because you have so much draft capital and you're getting your franchise quarterback and you don't have to tear up your entire team to get it. Now, Dan Orlovsky, this is what really prompted me to make this video because I was staying away from it because I'm like, it's BS. He's not coming to the Giants. But Dan Orlovsky went on Get Up and he said that the Giants should trade Saquon Barkley, Daniel Jones. Okay, fine. Well, maybe that's a fair trade. You throw in like a 3rd round pick after that. But no, Saquon Barkley, Daniel Jones, and 1, 2, 3 first round picks. That's 5 first round picks altogether for one player. Now, Deshaun Watson, I'm pretty sure, has torn his ACL twice in his football career. I think if you include college, he's torn his ACL at least once. I know that for a fact. He's shown that the style of football that he plays is very injury prone. It's very injury prone. It's not just because he runs. It's because he stands in the pocket and he's constantly trying to shrug people off, constantly trying to spin out of sacks. And when you have people, falling around and you're bending your body all of these different ways, it's very easy to get hurt. So we could possibly be in a situation where we trade Saquon Barkley, trade Daniel Jones, 3 first-round picks, which means no Jalen Waddle, no Jamar Chase, no none of that, no chance to get one of those guys next year, and no chance to get one of those guys next year. So at that point, you're going to have basically the same roster as this year, probably without Golden Tate. You won't have any cap space to bring in anybody of any kind of merit. Forget Leonard Williams. Forget Shaq Barrett, forget Kenny Galladay, definitely forget Allen Robinson, because you're paying this dude almost $40 million a year. Now the Texans would take on some of that cap, but the contract is just getting started. His contract where he's getting paid $40 million a year is just getting started. So you're paying him a bunch of money, and I don't wish it on anybody, but if he were to get hurt after we made that trade, we'd probably be rolling out Alex Tanney or some 5th round quarterback that we end up drafting, and a worse roster on offense than last year. I mean, you have to really think these things through when you say that you want to trade the farm. Not just the farm. You're trading the farm, the farmer, the farmer's wife, the farmer's firstborn son, and you're trading the pool in the background. You're trading everything in the farm. You're trading everything. So you're basically giving up all of your assets, because not only are you giving up the 5 first-round picks when you include Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. I mean, Daniel Jones would be no problem for us to lose Daniel Jones if we were going to trade for Deshaun Watson, because Daniel Jones would be he would no longer be the starting quarterback. But once you add in Saquon and the 3 first-round picks, it's completely bonkers. It completely doesn't make any sense, because we saw what he just did with the bad football team last year. We just saw it. There's no way to bring in, you're not only just losing that, you're also losing the ability to bring free agents to put around him. You're also losing the ability to bring back the free agents that are about to leave or that are about to be free agents, like Leonard Williams, like Dalvin Tomlinson. And then you end up next year in a situation where your defense is worse because we don't have that pass rusher and we don't have someone that's going to be able to, pick up those pieces. And the offense is worse because you're not going to be able to pay Golden Tate, not that you even want him back. You're not going to have him. It's going to be Slayton and Shepard, which they probably get a little bit better with Deshaun Watson throwing the ball and, with Jason Garrett in his second year in this offense. Sure, maybe they get better. But it's not enough, when you take away that front line of the defense. And it's not enough when you have no first-round picks for the next 3 years. So you should absolutely not be trying to trade for Deshaun Watson unless you get a deal. Unless we talk to the Texans. Dave Gettleman picks up the phone and calls the Texans, and the Texans owner says, or the Texans GM says, give us Daniel Jones and, a first rounder, or give us Daniel Jones and 2 first rounders, or maybe not even Daniel Jones. Maybe they want to draft a quarterback at 11. Make something make sense. Like, you don't give away 5 first round picks. Dan Orlovsky is really out of bounds at this point. You don't give away that much for one player. And I really did not want to have to make this video, but it seems like it's necessary. It seems like it because it keeps on rotating. Deshaun, he asked for a trade formally now, so now it's rotated all the way back to the beginning of the cycle. So this is going to be my video on Deshaun Watson. This will be my last video on this Deshaun Watson rumor stuff, especially to the Giants. The only way you'll see me make another video is if Dave Gettleman is talking to him right now and he gets traded to the Giants. Other than that, I don't see him coming to the Giants. I do think, obviously, he's a better quarterback than Daniel Jones. I mean, obviously, we don't have to have that discussion. I do think that DJ has the potential to become a great quarterback. But right now, of course, Deshaun Watson is the better quarterback. There's no shame in trying to trade top picks for a quarterback. But you also have to be smart because he's obviously not transcendent enough to where he can win with absolutely nothing. Aaron Rodgers on that team last year wins more than 4 games. Tom Brady gets that team to the playoffs because Tom Brady is magic. A lot of the elite quarterbacks in the NFL, they do better than 4 wins. That's just not good enough with that team. So you guys let me know what you think of all of this. I don't think we should make the trade, but especially for what Dan Orlovsky said. But you guys let me know what you think of this entire situation. And I'm out. So if you made it this deep into the video, I'm calling you a D6 Squad member. If you're a D6 Squad member, you got to hit that subscribe button. You got to turn on that notification bell. And listen, I make all kinds of content for NFL teams. So if you're not a Giants fan, don't worry. I'll cover your team If I'm not covering your team, let me know, and have a good one.